Welcome, everybody. Uh, I'm back from John's, obviously, and John has talked me into reworking the hole for the glow plug in my cowl. It's a little too big. So we're going to go with the adage, it's only wood, and we're going to do that. So let's get to it. I'm having to run my OBS software. For some reason, the Logi software won't work. I even restarted the computer. I'll probably have to reload it or whatever, but I'm just not going to worry about it. So hopefully this broadcast is not jerky. So let me find the other camera, and we'll get to that. So let's transition to this. Let me know if the audio is okay, and if the audio is okay, and everything. I can't tell from this end. Can you hear me okay? If not, I'm at a loss. I'm sick of YouTube. I wish some other platform would open up that I could stream on. They're continually making things better, meaning nothing works. So I'm going to cut a square in this opening here, inset a piece of wood, and redo that hole. And I'm also going to put an extra hole in the cowl outlets. There's the inside of the cowl. Still got a little bit of material up here that I'll get out of it and in here. But I kind of want to get this fixed before I go too much farther. So can you hear me okay? Please let me know. I have no idea if the microphone is working. It says it is, but I got no clue. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I guess I'll have to check myself. This is ridiculous. So I got to go here and here. Get a little echo here, probably. That's the way it goes. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Yep, it's working. All right. Oh, boy. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't get messages while I'm broadcasting. Yeah, I know, John. Okay. All right. So, what am I going to do here? I need to cut a square. And we need to inset that and then finish it back off. Let's see here. How are we going to do that? I need a really soft piece of wood. Soft, soft, soft. I'd like to have an 1/8, but I don't have any 1/8. I don't want to have to sand it. Let's see here. Do I have any 1/8? I don't want to have to sand it to uniformity. I'd like for that to be uniform. So let me look and see what's going on here. 2. We got 2 watching. Okay. This thing's not as light as I'd like it. It's gonna take some more sanding to get it lighter. It's just under 1 ounce. That's too heavy. Let's see if I come all the way to here with it, I could get some meat. So I need to square about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. What am I going to do for that? I guess I'll use 3/16. We'll have to sander. So we got a piece. We got a 46. This is a pretty light piece here. It's a 46. Nice piece of wood. I'll have to use some of these Craig Biswick knife blades. I've got everything thrown up there on top of the bench. I still haven't got to the point where I can clean this stuff out. You know, I'm trying to work this thing and get it going. Let's see here. Another problem that I have is I have so much motor offset in this. This muffler stinger coming out is offset, and it kind of looks funny. So I need to cheat it a little bit. So I might redo these holes 1 size bigger and move it over to the right to center it up. But I got to look here and see. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll have to do each one. Each one has to be done separately, which is a bummer. Unless I make them all the same size. I kind of wanted them stepping down. But it's, like I say, it's offset just a smidge. So that's the thing with building, hand-built airplanes. Nothing is as it seems. I think that'll work. So let's get a piece of tape on it. If I have any, I know I got tape. It just a matter of where is it. Bummer. So I don't think I'm going to make it the next size bigger. I think I'm going to leave it the same size and just sand them over. Yep. I don't want to get too out of control with the size of these things. I don't know how that happened. Mike Waldron. I won't cut these. I'll sand them. Everybody knows how much I love sanding. Wish I had a third hand here. Now I need a pen. Yeah, I did buy some thick CA, John. When you do all these doodads, they have to be right on the money. Otherwise, you've wasted your effort. So whatever it takes to get them there is what it takes. So let's see, well, that's better. So let's put one more. We'll put one more here. That would be this one. It's not in. Needs to go over that way a little bit. We'll hold it to the left. Okay. Well, we got 8 watchers and 2 likes. That's a start. So now where's my square? I can find absolutely nothing now that everything's on the bench. Nothing. Where's that tank? I can give John the measurements over line here. Can't lose the tank. That's a $100 piece. I'll need this nose ring sander. Got the nose ring sander. Glad I found that. There's the tank. Okay, dimensions of this tank are, and this is an approximation, good as I can get it. 1 3/8 thick, 2 inches wide, 5.5 inches long. Inch and 3, 2 and 8, 2.5, 2 inches, and 5.5. We're going to make some tanks. They may not be as nice as Kaz's, but we're going to make some tanks nonetheless. They might be better. I doubt it, but you never know. Okay, so we got that going. I need to get this plugged in. I guess I need to get a bag in this can. I can start throwing stuff out. Okay. Okay. All right. So dig out some of this crap here. All right. Got my square. I needed a piece 1.5 inches. 1.5 square. So we'll just eyeball it. 1.5 inches. Can't find a saw. I'm going to show you a little secret on how to get a perfect joint on this stuff too. Perfect is always best. So we got a piece that long, and we need it about yay wide. I'm going to do this a little differently because I already have a hole here. So let's see, where did I set that? Okay, I set it right here. Okay, got it cut. So I have 1.5 inches square, approximately. And everybody knows I like sanding. So what we're going to do here is we're going to sand a bevel into this thing. My buddy John's stick. First thing I did when I got back was vacuum up the carpet. The vacuum wouldn't work. You know why? It was clogged with balsa, the hose. Now we have a slight turn there, so we can't push it in all the way. So don't sand the bevel all the way to the top, just slightly. You want to keep the grain running the same direction. Now, as I stated, I already have a hole there, so I can sight down that hole. I need a piece of brass tube, which I know I have somewhere here. It's not as big as that other hole. It's a pretty good size here. We'll use this. So it's mucho smaller. I'm going to go ahead and put the hole in this first. Now, I'm going to do the operation. I'm going to put that right in the center there and cut that square and set it in, CA it, sand it on the outside, we're done. Okay, for this operation, we're going to use a brand new number 11 scalpel because it is seriously an operation. This may or may not come out perfect, and if it doesn't, it's only wood. We'll cut another one and try again. But this will be perfect when I'm done. It kills me. So I want to hold the knife at an angle to the inside of this. Grab a line. This is a sand to fit operation. This piece of wood may not be thick enough. Got a hard spot right there. Now, if you guys want to stay with me, I'm going to be working on this till wee hours in the morning. I can bet on that till after the time change. I'm getting older, and I can't hang with it like I used to, but I think I got a few hours in me yet today. Yeah, it's hot in there. Now save this piece, because if all else fails, you can always glue it back in. But it should be all right. Should have been a surgeon. Yeah, this piece was not sanded very well anyway. So let's see. It's exactly where it goes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sand it to fit. I don't want to open up that hole anymore. Man, it's a long ways. That's a long ways. Oh, it goes this way. We're going to have enough there, yeah. So the first thing I'm doing is getting it lengthwise set down in there. That looks like it's going to do it. We are going to open it up a little bit more. More operating. And what John said is 100% right. Now's the time to do this. If I don't do it, I'll kick myself in the butt. Got to go over that way a little more. So. Now you can't push it down in there all the way because you'll have a flat spot then. So it's almost perfect where it's at there. I just need to get it to set down in there just a little bit more. Ah, the hell are you doing there? I can look, at least now I can look in there and see how much clearance I got in the motor area. Would have been nice to have a little tighter, but it's not. Ah. What I need to do is go get a glow plug starter and make sure that it fits down in there right. Okay, let's sand it a little bit. Frank's Model Aviation. Hey Frank, I'm glad you joined the channel. Thank you very much. I hope you remember Stunt Hanger, the forum, where if you have a question you can find an answer quickly by some of the leading guys in the world. Still got to go over that way just a smidge. I want it perfect. You don't always get what you want, but we've gone this far, might as well try to get it perfect. Oh, that's great, Frank. Okay. That looks like it's right straight hovering over the top of that. So that's a good thing. Now I need to get this side to fit, and I can do it one of two ways. I think I'm going to sand off the end here. Remember, everything I'm... Oh, Frank Washburn. I'm sanding this angle so that it fits down in here like a cork, like a plug. That way the gap, if you don't over sand, will be 0. Need a little bit more here. It's hard for me to keep track of everybody, but I do know who you are, Frank. We need to relieve it a little bit right here. And let me tell you, this will be perfect when it's done. Or it better be. Come on. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a 2-second break, go out to the car and get a glow driver and stick it down over there and make sure it's centered on there perfectly. So hang on for a second, walk to the car, get my glow driver. Take 1 minute. I figure as long as John's got me doing this, I'll make it right. Could go that way just a smidge. So let's take a little off of this side and move it that way. It's only maybe 10 thousandths out. Frank, what does Frank say? Frank says, oh, great. Check out my build series on the Green Box Nobler on my channel, Frank. You might pick up something. That's that white Nobler. John's got some Giski Nobler footage on my channel. Nobler is the winningest stunt model of all time. Yeah, we need to. Well, at least now I see how I can do that with my little finger. You watched it live. Yeah. I don't know if you're building a kit or a scratch built. The one that I built was scratch built, but it's all the same. The only difference between building a kit and scratch building is that you have control over the parts, what the wood weighs. Whereas the kit manufacturers, say Top Flight or whatever, they just take their shit wood and put it in there, and that's what you get. And that's why those green box nobblers came out 50 ounces. And that's way too heavy for a green box nobler. So try to build your nobler around 40 ounces, close to 40 as you can get it. Man, this is so close. It just that's exactly right. The finish starts with the first piece of wood cut. Make sure everything fits perfect. I'll be sure to go over there and subscribe to your channel, Frank, when we're done here. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty straight. I want to just glue it, put it in there and force it in there, but I know that if I do that, I'll end up with a problem. So it's best to spend an extra minute sanding. My classic car. Once this is in, it'll go fast to reshape it. But spending the extra time for fitment will pay off in the long run. I don't want to be able to see this line. Of course, this all gets glassed, skim coated with superfill, whatever it takes. When I'm done here, you won't even know this happened. Yep, definitely. Try to keep it closer to 4-pound wood if you can get it. Okay, I think that's going to do it right there. Let's make one more check with the igniter. Could go back just a smidge. The stick, what did I do with the stick? There it is. So what I'm doing here is I'm manipulating the hole a few thousandths by taking off the outside of this patch. This is basically how you patch a real airplane, except a real airplane is metal, obviously, and the corners are round. You don't want any square corners, but cut and fit until it's perfect. Okay, that's good enough. So what I want to do here is I want to take some sandpaper inside this hole because I don't want to worry about sanding it after it's done on the inside, if I can get away with it. Going to take some super fill inside the cowl too, because I'm going to make it so you can't tell on the inside as well. Because if I ever see Ted Fancher again, I'm going to hand him a cowl and say, well, I tried to make it like yours. That man is so good at cowl making, it's unreal. Oh, that's too low. Maybe another couple of swipes of the paper. God, too low. Shoot, I might be doing it over again. Might have went too far. That's better fit that way. Well, I hope you guys that are watching, good evening, Chris. I hope you guys that are watching are sanding along with me. Because that's where it's at, sanding. I don't think I'm going to get any better than that, except come on, get on there. I said take a block and put it in there. Try it this way. like it better this way. Okay. Waiting the silk span to dry, yeah? Okay. Remember, if it screws up, it's no big deal. We'll just cut it out and do it again if it ain't perfect. So I'm pushing it over to my right to get a tight joint and raising it up. CA on it. I'm pulling it down to my left until it's tight. And now, in about 2 minutes, it'll disappear. Okay, where's that stick I got from John? That stick is super good. Right here in front of my face. Now we're going to sand by hand, no block, with some 180. Try to get this crease in here. And that's how you do it. That's how you make a flush cut quickly. Yeah, John and I were talking about airflow. And he said that was my biggest problem, is this hole that I had here. And he's right. The hole was too big. It would bleed off most of the air before it got back here. I mean, it wasn't overly big, but it was ½ inch or better. 5/8 maybe. It was not good. So on my drive home, that happens a lot. I'll tell you a story about what happened in Memphis. On my drive home, I went, yep, he's right. We'll go home and we'll do this first thing. I was going to tell you a story. I was down in Memphis, Millington, where I was in the Navy and back in the 70s, early 70s. And at a contest, and Jim Lynch and Zerl Armstrong and I can't remember the commander's name. I don't know it. I've known him for 30 years. What the hell's his name? I could picture him in my mind, but I can't think of his name off the top. Anyway, anybody that knows John Simpson, he's the designer of the Cavalier. And D. Rice was there. And John Simpson's a good pilot. And I put the whooping on everybody. I was flying my Thunderbolt. I put the whooping on everybody until the second round. Then John beat me by half a point. And it was my turn to fly. And it was a hot day. So the nitro was up. And these PA-75s, when the nitro's up, they gobble the fuel like crazy. And I said, well, I'll fly my last flight and try to get him half a point. I should be able to do better. And I was doing really good. I was on my way to beat him. Well, the engine ran out of fuel on the uphill leg of a 4-leaf clover, going up like that, and it ran out of fuel. And it went over the top, and I was so comfortable with that airplane that I figured that it had enough forward momentum to pull it over the top, and it would recover on the other side. Yeah, it didn't. It got to the end of the lines on the other side, and I had just started to make the turn, and wham, it went in the ground, and it exploded. So I had a 200-some mile trip home with a broke airplane in the back to contemplate what my next build was. At that time, I had already built 3 of those Thunderbolts and decided that there wouldn't be another one. They are just way too hard to build. And they don't really fly all that well. At least not the way that I can build them. They might fly good at 53 ounces like Billy's, but I can't make that airplane 53 ounces. Ain't no way. Still a little off. Damn. What am I doing? We're not going to worry about it is what we're going to do. We're not going to worry about it. If I make it bigger, I just defeated my purpose. Damn. That's the trip we were on. That we were out. Everybody was out in the field looking for that concrete pad at the Millington Naval Air Station. Yep, that's the one. It could go back and that way, just a few thousandths. But I'm going to stick by what John said and leave it. It works there. Just aggravating. I missed it again. Of course, that all depends. If I get aggravated, anybody that knows me about go back and watch my shoestring scale plane video. I changed the 16 on the wing 3 times in one night. Put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. It wasn't perfect. But it was worth it. My first and only attempt at scale. I won the first place sports scale at Brodax and 3rd place at the Nats with it. And it would have been first place had my cowl not flying off. That and the politics that goes on in that. That's all right. I'll get even. I never forget. Got a little hole right there. So I'll put a little dabba in there. Yeah, I flew it. I sold it to Jerry, but I flew it. My Tucker flies better till I crack the fuselage. Stepping on the nose like a dildo. I can still feel that right there. I need to get that out. Not that it would matter because I got some half-ounce glass cloth to go on it. It'll all get epoxied up. Let's go ahead and at least sand those holes. Let's see, there's sight down there. It looks about right. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, I was thinking of T. Michael Jennings, My Classic Car. I call him Nicolas Cage, but okay. Eyeball that thing over there. Now, when I do these holes like this, I just take my Dremel that'll be fine inside there. That helped out. A little stupid fill in there and we'll be good. We're going to do some stupid fill tonight. I took my eye off of it for just a millisecond and almost went past the pen line. Okay, want to get that other hole in there. Yep, I molded the fuselage on that. If I ever build another one, it's going to use this wing. This wing is far superior to anything I've ever used. It almost makes me want to cut that out and make it one big hole. That's better though. That's better. Still a click off, but at least it won't draw your eye to it right away that it was off as far as it was. So I got some 180 over here that isn't dusty, I don't think. Put this on this pipe. Yeah, for the guys, I mean, unless I don't do anything unless it's absolutely right. So yeah, it was molded. I had a buddy a long time ago. His name was Mike. And he'd say, "Do your job and do it right. Life's a ball. TV tonight." That's about right. I'll wait till I get it hardened up to really get after it. Needed to work on this. And what else did I need to work on? I need to work on the wing fillets. And there's a whole lot that needs to be done in order to, like I was saying today, I don't think this one's going to see the naps this year. I'm a month behind. If I was at home working on this 40 hours a week, yeah, I could do it. But I don't see it happening. Because I'm at least 60 hours away from paint, I would say, just from getting it started painting. So 60 hours plus the time to paint it's 100 hours out. See, this building these airplanes is fairly easy. You can put them together pretty quick. It's all these details. And since I added all these extra details, I kind of screwed myself on time. So I want to put some stupid fill on this. Well, first we'll sand the nose ring and then I'll put some stupid fill on it. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a tool. If you don't have one, you need one. That's the Jim Lee's nose ring sander. Uh-oh, I think this is the wrong one. I don't know whether I have my big one here or not. Shoot. Oh, that'll work. Okay, good. All right, it's tight. There it comes. Another thing we're talking about today is we're going to make this nose ring came out of a Ted Fancher imitation or citation or limitation or whatever kit. I just had some extra parts. And I said, well, we got the nose ring already made. Don't do that. Always cut your own nose ring. I'll never do that again. Because it's an exactly 2-inch diameter. And by the time you get this thing sanded down, it ain't big enough. So now you know the secret on how to get a perfect spinner fit. Eating that carbon off there. And if I did this right, this sits down on the drive washer. This will, sanding it this way, if you sand until it stops, will give you exactly one sandpaper's thickness clearance. Let's see how it looks. I don't think it's far enough yet. Getting there. See, I have to fill this gap in right here. It's okay on one side, but not on the other. John said, you run so much motor offset. Yeah. Or no, he said, I don't run that much motor offset. I said, well, I do. He goes, I does just fine. I said, yeah, do a pattern upwind. One year I did the pattern upwind with my Junar. They said, how the heck do you do that? Well, got 3 degrees motor offset. I think it's going to take some more. Okay, let's give it a try. Give her a whirl, Earl. I need to get a prop on it and tighten it up. I think this is a quarter hole. Wood 3-blade. This would be as, yeah, we can try it. Yeah, it's not enough. Keep sanding. Yeah. I think I'm going to need to cut back that circle. I think the drive washer is bigger on this motor. Yep. I use that one. That's no good. Well, I'm going to have to change out this sandpaper. Still got the original Jim Lee sandpaper on it. Jim is such a super guy, a good machinist, help you out. I want to get this off here for a template. Well, I guess I don't need it. We will just cut a circle. So where is that bag? Down there. I need a circle template. And we need to see how big a drive washer is here. That big. This big. So 3/4. So we need to cut a hole in the front of this 3/4 first. Well, went and got gasoline today, $2.75 a gallon. Is everybody ready for $10 a gallon gas? expect it to be $5 when gnats time comes. I paid $5.25 one year after 9/11 for gas to go to the gnats. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. I bought this in 2013, it says here. Okay. All right, take care, Frank. Oh, you met him? Yep, Chris, he's a good guy. He built some weird airplanes, too. Well, that carbon is tough. Tough on the sandpaper. Turn it over, make sure I'm not going too crazy. Wish this thing was done. It's 44 ounces right now, but you know that ain't happening. Get this done, I'll do the super fill and I'll call it quits on the stream. I don't know how much can you guys take of a guy sanding? There we go. That looks like it got it. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe a little more. You want about 32nd of an inch clearance. A lot of guys, when you go to the gnats, their spinners rubbing, their fillets are rubbing the flaps. And why have I got a problem? Motor's overheating. Well, you got too much drag on the motor. Yeah, we're close. It needs to get sanded up here a little more. Well, doing it this way, what it does is gives you an even spacing all the way around the spinner. finished look. Starting to have less drag, so we must be getting there. I wanted Jim to turn this down so I could run a drill on it, but he wouldn't do it. Might have to take this over John's and have him turn it down. I guess people have had problems with it getting away from them. But I like living life on the dangerous side. Why does this thing not fit quite right? Try a different back plate. I got a bunch of stuff here, so look in here. This is oh yeah, that's plenty. Yeah. Oh, this is a different spinner, but this is a back plate for the spinner I'm going to use. So let's see. I guess I can put this one on. Or am I going to run a Medusa? I can't remember. Yeah, Medusa. And I got a back plate for it somewhere. Let's see what. Yeah, it'll do it. 'This one here fits kind of loose. Can't have that. I guess I could take a 5/16 drill to it. I guess we'll do that. I got a drill bit. It just fits tight. See if I can't rip my hand off. So we get a drill. And a bit. Five 16ths. Well, it fits loose. Let's auger it a little bit. Had a burr on it or something. There we go. Okay, so I got that. I'll put this nut on it. Might have to pull it off, I don't know. Put the spinner on it. I'm not going to run this spinner, they're too heavy. Unless I need the nose weight, which I'm betting I won't. I've made this airplane pretty short coupled. So let's see if we got her sanded far enough that it don't rub. Nope. Keep sanding. Yep, it's bound up. Gotta keep sanding. But I tell you what, it pulled this side in good, and it's working on that side pretty good, so that's a good thing. For all you young guys out there, I'm an old guy, and I do stuff that you're not supposed to do. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. I don't want anybody's mother coming after me. Of course, not many young guys watch this channel. But if you're interested in learning some life skills, this is it. What the hell are we going to do here? How am I going to get that off? I have screwed the pooch. Okay, where's my tapper? I need a drift and a tapper. And if Randy saw me doing this, he'd have a heart attack, but what can I say? Won't hurt nothing. Remember this, if you're beating on something, you ain't doing it right, but if you're tapping it, a hammer is to move things. So, we'll give her a little tap. Huh, can't get on it. Can't get on it. Don't really have anything that's effective. I need a screwdriver. There we go. Yeah, it could do that. There we go. Don't beat on it, anything. But tapping is okay. This thing here, why is it so damn tight? I probably need a letter bit. Because I know damn well that this bit here is way too big. So we'll try to ogle it a little more. Gotta have a burr on it or something. There it is. There it is. Okay, I got that fixed. Need to go to Harbor Freight and get me one of them drill sets like I got at work from Snap-on, the $700 one. I'm not going to spend that kind of money for home hobby stuff, but I think I can get one for about 40 bucks. You could do this with a spinner, a back plate. Just put some sandpaper on the back plate. But having a handle on it sure makes it a lot easier. And I wish I could chuck it up in a drill. I'd just go, woo! Another thing you can do is you can put a sandpaper washer in here. Gotta be getting close. Has to be. It's close. It's close, but not there yet. Now you know why a framed airplane goes for a minimum $1,000. Minimum. And $1,000 you ain't making no money. About $5, not even $5 an hour, about $2 an hour. Okay, let's put it on there and see how it fits, see if it turns. At least I know now I can get the back plate off without beating on it. Moving that back made that spinner come in better on the sides. Probably sanded a 16th off of it. $11 and 7, hour and 47 minutes. Nope. Hear it? Still rubbing. Keep sanding. You got to remember, you got paint that goes up. You got fiberglass, paint. You got it, like I say, you got to have at least 32nd of an inch clearance. Oh man, it's close. What's the biggest thing for weight? If it ain't attached to something, hanging out in the breeze, you don't need it. I think that's about as far as I'm going to go right now, because I got to put superfill on it. I'd like to get that going before I close the program out. Nope. Oh man. About worn out. Let's put some superfill on it. I'll finish sanding it after the superfill's done. Let's see, I had a little trowel today. This little trowel right here is going to be perfect. Tech Armor. It's you know those plastic screens you put on your cell phone? This is what you use to get the air bubbles out. Well, this is what I'm going to use as a spatula to mold this bad boy in. Okay, let's do this. I want it loose because I want to put some tape on it. Now this is going to kill me to sit here and look at this, but that's the way it goes. Come back here. Yeah. Okay. Make sure it's tucked down in that spinner. We don't want to superfill the spinner to the front of the airplane. Which you could do. Okay, let's make up some stupid fill. Danny, if you're watching, this is Super Phil. Best stuff on the market for this. It doesn't take a whole lot. We're going to mix quite a bit, but that's plenty. Like I've said over and over again, don't put this stick back in the white. You do, it'll lock up. Use a separate stick for each ingredient. And don't ever put it back in the can, or you will have lost your $28. I think it's ammonia in this. It smells like cat pee. Don't ask me how I know that. So it's 2 parts blue, 1 part white. Not a science project. You don't have to measure it or anything, just eyeball it. If you get it a little hot, it'll dry a little faster. You know, one guy said, I mixed it 50-50. Well, it'll work. I mean, you just don't have much work time. So we're going to mix up this goop. Into a little creamy peanut butter. The bad thing about this superfill job is I'm doing this superfill job, and I'm going to have to mix superfill, I would say, at least 2 more times on this airplane. And I can't do anything yet till this nose is all glassed. When I put these in, that'll be a mixture, and I'll probably do the fillets, and I got some superfill on the rudder. I mean, there's a lot of, it's going to take a lot of superfill here. Not a lot, but you know, a lot of superfill work. This is about twice as much as I need. But when you mix this stuff up, you know, make more than you need, because you can't add to it. You know, it's already starting to kick off here, or the chemical process is already underway. So you wouldn't want to add to it after it's already started its chemical reaction. I don't know how good that would be for it. Gets pretty creamy, kind of like cake frosting. Don't mix it in your wife's blender because you have to throw the blender out. Because it gets rock hard. Easy to sand though. It's super strong. Okay, we got a nice creamy consistent mixture there. That looks good. I don't know that I want to put it on with a stick or with the spatula. We'll try the spatula first. And that's it. I mean, basically. See, I've mixed way more than I need. It don't take a whole lot. I might do the cowl too. Oh, I got this stuff mixed up. Yep, I can already tell that's going to be much better for the shape. So let's turn it over and do the bottom side. I have to take that landing gear off. They're kind of a hindrance. Couldn't get it in my car. Had to carry it upside down. The landing gear is too narrow for my carrier. I guess I could do that one right there. And I could put it on there, but I'm going to take the cowl off to do that so I don't hit the venturi. I'm going to super fill the inside of the cowl where that where this patch went. But I'll do that here after I get this on. It's kind of ate up, but whatever. you watch the program today, I took some gap fillings. I had a gap right here where it didn't quite match up. I took some gap filling CA and filled this gap that I had here. So we'll put some superfill on it. You won't be able to see it. This area here is all going to be worked, so I'm not going to worry too much about that because we'll be back on that a couple of times. I want to get this done inside here. .48 up. I just don't want my buddy Jim Lynch to say, hey, what are we going to do about that? Nothing. Nothing. Not going to do nothing because I already took care of it. Kind of working on the Venturi effect here. I want to get down any of the vortices that could cause airflow problems. I'm not an engineer. I have no idea what I'm talking about. It just sounds good. Makes your airplane look finished. Of course, I'll come back here and sand it when this is dry. And when I glass it and paint it, you won't even be able to tell there was a patch there. Okay. Sand that. Let's see, do it. Oh, I wanted to go around this. Okay. Nope. Get it off the carbon. I wouldn't be able to fix that. Guess I better get a paper towel and wipe my hands off. If I have any. Yep, I do. Shoot, I was at the store today. I could have got some. Still got 9 watchers after 2 hours. I don't know if you guys are the same ones, but yeah. This is what it takes to build a decent airplane. Lots of sanding, lots of patience. And Jim Lynch, if you're watching, I'm doing it because you told me I have to do it. I love that guy. That guy's a super builder. I can't put the cowl back on. This right here would lock it up on there. Never get it off. Have to hammer it off. So where this is inside here, I'll sand it with 80 grit and smooth that all out. You won't be able to tell that that piece was put in there. And after this is, Z-epoxy inside and glassed on the outside, you'll never see that. Never see that that patch. Never. I might put a little stupid fill right there, just for giggles. That'll aid in the transition. Let's see here. I got the inside here. I've already hardened the edges up on this nose piece with thin CA. So we got that. Got that area, it'll sand out. Got that up there, inside there. Need a little bit more right there. And that's just to keep the air flowing in a smooth direction. And this cowl will get at least another hour or 2 sanding on it, because it's still way thick in here. Yeah, if I set that there, it'll screw up the paint job. See if there's any other little areas I can add some super fill. I'm not really ready to super fill the airplane, because you have to have the tissue on the airplane. It has to be tissue to tissue. So the fuselage has to be tissued, and the fillets have to be tissued, and the nose here has to be fiberglassed. before you add superfill. The reason being, even though superfill sands easier, balsa wood is softer than superfill. So if you are not careful when you're sanding, you'll sand a hole and it goes so fast, it's ridiculous. So you have to harden up the wood with dope and tissue. Oh, before you superfill. Now, on this nose here, because there's so much buildup that I had to do, I mean, I built this nose up a 1/16 of an inch to match the spinner. I quit sanding before this thing was completely 100% to shape. So when this is dry, I will sand this and the superfill to shape again. Then I'll put the glass cloth on. We might get that on tomorrow. And then I can go into my other doodads here. But we'll get the glass cloth on it. And I will end up superfilling this again. This is just the buildup. It's better to put the superfill on in 3 thin layers than 1 1/4 inch thick layer, because it could possibly crack. You don't want to do that. At least that's my experience with bodywork and Bondo. If you got a car that the Bondo's falling off of it, it's because somebody put it on a 1/2 inch thick in 1 coat. But if the guy did it in 10 1/16 inch coats, it wouldn't fall off. And it's just, I don't know, just something that I do. So first coat of superfills on it. I'll sand it tomorrow when it's dry, or maybe later tonight. I don't know. It gets to a cheese grating state where it's kind of rubbery and you can kind of shape it. And I'll shape it or whatever, and then I'll put the Z-epoxy on the nose with the fiberglass and get it close, and then probably sand it or fill it again. And we're getting close. It's I would say about 60 hours out from paint. So if I can put in several 2-hour days instead of hour days. And what I've been doing lately is on the days that I'm not online, I haven't been working on it. I've been watching TV. And that's not a good thing. Like this hairdo, sticking straight up. It looked like that, what's that cartoon guy? It was a purple character and his hair he had 3 hairs stuck straight up. That's what I look like, but that's okay. I got a couple hairs left, not many, but ones I got are mine. All right, guys. 2 hours and 15 minutes on this go around. I'm going to keep working. I got to eat dinner, but I'm going to keep working. If you'd like me to come back, let me know now, and I will. But otherwise, I can get more done without the camera on, because I just fly. I don't have to explain anything. I just zip right through it. Like, subscribe, share the videos, and heck, we'll see you again. We're doing real good as far as membership goes. We're going up, we're up to 37 or 3250, somewhere in there, 3260, and that's a long ways from where we started. So I was at 2700 last week, so whoop, 400 up. I don't know how that happened. Hey, All right. We'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya. You know what? Let me put this screen on here. That way we get an end. Come on.